Hey everyone, so today I'm here again with Chrissy and Dave, and we're going to be talking about controversial situations in CrossFit and what their opinions are about it. So, you guys ready?
I guess so. We're going in blind. We don't know. These are our unfiltered
don't
reactions.
Judge me.
Yeah, we haven't had time to.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think about not wrapping your thumbs around the pull-up bar when you do gymnastics movement?
Mistake. Instant mistake.
Do you ever do it? Do you make that mistake?
You're asking, do I ever not wrap my thumb
Correct.
under the bar?
Yeah.
Once in a great while, but for the majority,
Most
I
time you do.
always wrap my thumb. And usually, if I do grab like this way,
Yeah.
right? We call it like a suicide grip.
Suicide grip.
Usually, if I do a few reps in, I instantly think in my head, like, someone's gonna fucking see me do this and call me out. And so then I immediately re-grip because I'm like, we gotta lead by, like, I can't be doing it if I tell people,
Right.
like, to do it.
What do you think about it, Dave?
I don't think I feel as strongly on the pull-up bar as I do as most people. I understand having as much contact with the bar being better. And I've heard them talk about that in the gymnastics course. And so I usually try to remind people to do that. I have definitely not wrapped my hand around the bar plenty of times. One time doing toes to the bar when I was here by myself.
Did you fall?
And Chrissy was over by the computer and I fell. So
Did I just play it off like I didn't see anything? I'm just like,
but that was pretty awesome. So I didn't hurt myself other than my ego.
I feel like you see it on Instagram,
Yeah, it's
like
all
those
the way on Instagram.
gym fail videos all the time.
This is my worst fear.
Yeah.
Although I will say I know a lot of people are opinionated about the thumb under the bar, but I've seen so many like elite athletes even
no
and
one
people
ever,
that are good at gymnastics, like they don't wrap their thumb around the bar. So no, I don't.
Oh, yeah. Now, if we're talking barbell, almost every single lift you should wrap your thumb around the bar.
Yeah.
All right, next one. What do you guys think about working out without warming up?
I feel attacked.
Do it.
How do you think of this one?
I mean, you definitely should.
Should warm up.
Should warm up.
Not work out without warming up. You should.
But
You should
I
actually.
definitely have currently and in the past a handful, probably more than 20 times, just done a workout without warming up. Part of it, I will use the excuse that I'm trying to get it done quick and I don't have a lot of time in between classes to get a workout in. And I'm like, if this is the only time I have to do it,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna jump right into it. Usually it's not like super complicated movements, so if it's like a burpee and a run workout, I'm like, first round is the warm up. But yeah, I think it depends on the context of what the workout is. But ideally, I want to warm up every time.
Yeah.
It depends on personally how much time I have in my day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it depends on, you mentioned movements, whatever movements. If it's just like a fan bike and a rower, then it's not as big a deal. But now I would say, depending on how intense you want to get in your workout, if the goal is to go high and super high intensity, especially with complex movements that we do sometimes, I don't know, I think it's good to go into a workout if you want to perform your best, having your heart rate a little bit higher.
I perform
Sweating.
way better.
Yeah, you want to be sweating when you start a workout. People love to hate on primers, but primers are good for you.
Yeah.
They get your brain ready, they get your muscles and joints ready to do those movements.
Oh, especially in a CrossFit class when you're coaching people that have like under 2 years of CrossFit experience. Like, one, as a coach, it helps you see like what they need to fix or what they probably should or shouldn't do for their workout. And it helps them too. There's so many times where people just don't realize like the effects of how everything kind of collides together, how that's going to make them feel physically.
Yeah.
And so they, in their head, they're like, oh, I'll be fine doing this weight or doing this movement. And then they do the primer and they realize like, oh, this is probably going to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I actually need to go lighter, or my shoulders aren't feeling great. I need to scale the toes to bar or whatever movement it is.
Yeah, that reminds me of another point that I had in here to talk about. What do you guys think about people pulling out like extra weights for the workout as like backup weights? Like if it's too heavy to go down to the backup weight that they pulled out. Like what do you guys think about that?
So you're saying they're starting with a heavier weight and then they're like, oh, I need to drop down?
Right, like if they have like a safe weight to fall back on.
I feel like it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Right.
Because like in one case, I feel like having that weight there, like in the middle of when things get hard, a lot of times athletes that have the capability of doing the weight that they have on the bar, they might just have a panic moment where they feel uncomfortable and the workout's hard, but they are fully capable, but they're kind of scared to go into that, like, I don't know what you want to call it, like that extra gear. So they just choose to swap out the weights because it's more comfortable, it's safer, it doesn't hurt as bad. So I think on that end, it's like not good. And then, but if in the other side, it's like, I think it can be hard for someone that's brand new in a CrossFit. They're still figuring out like what they're truly capable of. So they just don't understand because they haven't had enough time in these settings, in these workout formats or movements to understand what they're capable of. So it's really hard sometimes when you're starting off to understand like what you're capable of for a specific stimulus of what the workout is. So I think in that case, like it does make sense, but hopefully because of a primer, you've had the time to figure that out before the workout starts. I think it depends on the duration of the workout too. Like if it's a short, fast workout, you need to figure that out before the workout starts. Otherwise, you're wasting your workout. If it's like maybe a 20-minute AMRAP, okay, maybe having those extra weights makes sense because you might need to change them at some point. I don't know. I'm talking too long. Switch.
I was going to say that I mean, if it's a safety issue, obviously, like, make people go down in weight during the middle of a workout. But I always think that people should be saved by the time cap, not by, like, changing the workout in the middle of the workout. So that's my opinion.
That's your opinion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a couple ways you can... It's situational for sure, the length of the workout you mentioned. Going back to like the warm-up thing too, like if your CrossFit age is really young, like you know your body. So like you do workouts a lot where you don't warm up. You know when it's going to feel hard, what to do differently, when to scale, how to scale appropriately. People that are new to it and that are taking our classes are hopefully listening to their coaches to know how to scale. And so I'm not, I think, and then it also depends on the athletes. There are some athletes that we have that I want them to challenge themselves and they're really quick to go down to that lighter weight or scale or something. And so I'll see that they have 2 sets of weights out and then I might put the lighter weight back for them and they are stuck with them. But that's what I want from them for that workout. If they're nervous, like, you know, if they have little aches and niggles and things, I don't want them to feel pressure to injure themselves by going too heavy or doing something wrong.
I feel like in that case, it's like whenever an athlete's like, I don't know what to do, should I go heavy and just not worry about finishing the workout? Or if they're unsure, and I'll usually guide them. If I think they're capable, I'll encourage them to, go heavier. If I can tell that they're having like a day where they maybe aren't going to perform at their best, then I tell them it's better go lighter, go faster. Like move well, go lighter, move fast. Worry about that. Don't worry about like you don't want to struggle with the weight of the bar all the time.
Agree with that. Okay, next thing is what would you do if someone comes in for class and they look at the programmed workout and they don't want to do that? Like, say a zone 2 is programmed and they look at it and they're like, oh, I don't want to do that. Let me just do like my 1 rep max deadlift instead. Which I've talked to you guys about this before because it's
Kind of pretended to know who you're talking about.
What do you guys think about that situation? If somebody wants to come in and they just look at the workout.
It's programmed for a reason. It's been programmed for a reason.
Yeah.
Everything we do, there's purpose and reason behind it. And I think we do a pretty good job explaining why we're doing what we are doing in class and what the goal is. I understand some athletes have their own goals and what they want to accomplish.
Well, a couple of things. Yeah, we do have a purpose for every workout that we program. I would just want to know why, like, their reasoning behind it. And maybe if they give a good enough reason, I'll be like, I won't be upset about it. I won't take it personally. Like you said, athletes have their own goals too. And they also are paying customers as well. I do often say, like, hey, you guys pay to be here. If you want to do something different, you're welcome to do something different. But we do have a reason for why we program zone 2 days, why we program certain movements that people maybe don't like. Yeah.
I think part of it too, like, it's different. Like, let's say it's a zone 2, so there's bike, rowing, maybe a kettlebell carry, right? And it's a 20-minute plus workout. Mm-hmm. In that setting too, if someone's like, hey, can I do a deadlift 5x5 or a 1 rep max instead, I would encourage them to do the workout especially if they're going to be part of class like that. One, how am I supposed to help you get warm while everyone else is doing something different? How am I supposed to keep my eyes on you? Like, that's distracting to the whole class. I think it depends on who the person is, right? Because if you have someone that's newer to CrossFit, even 2 years and under, like, I think their fitness level determines a lot of that conversation as well, right? If it's someone that's still like a skilled to intermediate athlete, I'd be more afraid that, hey, I'm really focused on what we're doing in class today, and you want to do this other thing. I don't want you to get injured. Right. That's what you're also paying to be, like, for me to do. But my focus is going to be on class. It's really not going to be on you, what you're doing. So instead, maybe save that for another day. Hey, we have deadlifts coming up next week or the week after. Yeah. Let's save that for that. Yeah. Can you do this workout? And if you don't want to zone to it, maybe move with greater intensity, right?
Yeah, I like that. Which brings me kind of into my next point is, what do you guys think about open gym during class?
For our gym, it's a little annoying. We have a tight space, and it really comes down to class size, but I think it can be distracting a lot of times. I think sometimes it sets like a weird, I don't know the right word for it, but kind of like a weird environment where people that sometimes see you in class, taking class with them, like, that's fun, right? Mm-hmm. But then if they see you in their class and you're doing something else, I feel like that's distracting and maybe makes them feel like, I don't know, there's like some awkwardness to it. It's kind of like, do you think you're better than us? I don't know. There's like weird feelings I feel about that. It makes definitely more sense if it's like, oh, there's only 5 or less people in class. I think it's a weird. Our gym's just not big enough.
Yeah, I don't think our gym is made for those kinds of things. I do think that if a class isn't full, it's like fair to let the person do whatever, just because like the people that aren't there are not there because they don't want to work out. But if someone's there because they want to work out, like, let them use the space. I think it's fine as long as you're not being like disruptive, but the thing that irks me the most is when people walk around during the middle of a Metcon, like when the class is doing a Metcon and someo's walking around.
Like through the class?
Through
Yeah,
the
that's
class.
weird.
Yeah. I don't
That
like
actually happened to me the other day.
Yeah, I hate that so much.
I just, it's like when you're walking on a sidewalk or something, or not even in a sidewalk, you're like in a hallway and you're clearly on the right side walking straight and someone's like not gonna move to their like left, their right, because you're going opposite ways. It's like, who's gonna move first? I'm just gonna keep going on my side because I actually have the right of way, not you.
In a perfect world, like, yes, you shouldn't be working out during the class times, but since people have different goals, they have different bodies, they want to learn different skills, they want to come in early and work on mobility, it's like not always possible.
And I'm all for all those things. Those are great things. I want people to work on their goals. I want them to work on their strengths or their weaknesses. I want them doing all those things. It's not that part of the situation where it's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
I think it's just when is it appropriate? Yeah.
If the gym has a policy that says no open gym during class hours, you should respect that. If you talk to the coach and come to an understanding about where you're going to be, about where you can be, about what expectations, the coach should do a good job of setting those and communicate. But yeah, I mean, I want people to be working out if they want to work out, and I want to give them the opportunity. But when we have large classes and we're using a lot of equipment, a lot of rig space, a lot of floor space,
shuttle runs.
we're doing shuttle runs.
Shuttle run days are not the day to do it.
Yeah, and you want to be either on the rig or
bring
you
a
want to be
friend
using
Saturdays.
machines.
Do not try to do open
Please
gym
don't-
on a
please don't do open
Saturday.
gym.
Okay, next point. So kind of going off of that, what do you guys think about people putting their weights away? Like if they're in the class and they're done with the workout and they start to put their weights away before other people are done with their workout.
I think personally, I'm not a fan. I have not set a good precedent
It's
in
rude.
my class. Yeah, I haven't done a good job in my class of pounding that point
And
home.
why not?
Because I forget. I remember as soon as someone starts putting their stuff away.
Yeah.
I have gone up and said and told them to stop like emptying their barbell
Okay.
when there's 6
We
minutes
forgive
left
you.
in the workout. That's 15 minutes long.
And they're like mid barbell putting it away. Go put that back.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in front and be like. But yeah, I mean I think it
It's not the CrossFit way.
Right, it's rude. You know, it could embarrass the person who's still working or the people who are still working. And so sit, cheer them on, go take a walk if you don't want to watch. You know, come back.
Stretch.
Yeah, go stretch, get some water.
If you're not out of breath and laying there dying, like,
Yeah.
I need to just lay here,
Yeah.
you probably didn't go hard
didn't-
enough. What the
Yeah,
heck?
you probably didn't put enough weight on that bar.
It's also like I said, the thing that annoys me is people walking around when a Metcon is going on. So
It's distracting.
distracting.
Yeah.
It's a little like, I don't know. I forgive people for sure if they have not been around CrossFit long enough to be taught this or to even know this, but it is the original like CrossFit way. CrossFit is built on community, and part of the community is you start together, you end together, even if it's a rounds for time kind of workout, right? You cheer other people on. You don't have to if that makes you feel awkward, and some people don't like to be cheered on, but you should, you shouldn't be starting to break down your equipment and putting it away, because it's a little rude and distracting, and it might make other people feel bad or feel like they need to start doing less in their workout or scale more in their workout so that they are finishing on time. And I don't want people to feel like, oh man, I'm the last person all the time. I need to stop like trying as hard, or I need to make sure that I'm finishing with their finishing, or I need to shave reps off, or this or that. Let's say the class is running really long and it's like, oh man, we're like tight on the time frame. We're like, everyone's finishing and we're like a minute or more late to finish the class, right? Class is supposed to be 60 minutes. What do you think then?
That's happened to me before. And I've told people that I'll put their stuff away. If they have to leave right away, I'll be like, leave your bar, I'll take care of it. Because I don't want them to have, I don't want them to, if it was my fault that they ran long because I didn't program or I didn't coach the class well enough, and they got to go, that's on me. But also, just to respect the other people that are still working out.
Yeah, that's nice.
You're such a nice
you're
guy.
a nice coach.
Sometimes. Actually, you're nice to everyone else, just not us.
I put away your barbell a lot.
Actually, you do.
I don't ask for it. I'll put it away.
I know. You don't have to ask.
Well, don't hold it over my head.
Well, don't accuse me. That's what happens. I'd never said anything about it until you said I was mean.
Okay. Next topic. So say a handstand push-up workout comes up in class and someone uses one ab mat under their head and counts the score as RX. What do you guys think about that?
Well, it's probably the coach's fault for not telling them that they should have plates beside the ab mat. But to be fair, if no one says anything about it, it's not their fault.
That's true. If it's not written on the whiteboard, then it's...
Or the coach didn't say it.
Yeah, it should be briefed. I mean, it should have been briefed that way.
It should have been put in the notes.
Yeah, if you have an ab mat, you should also have plates next to it to make it level. If you don't, then you're not doing a full range of motion handstand push-up, especially with our new ab mats that aren't as squishy.
Oh my gosh, they're so squishy.
But the coach should, during that, when people are setting up their stuff, be like, hey, either put some plates on there or we'll have to give you that scale next year.
Or just be like Mega, use the gymnastics mat.
That's true. I like that.
I like that too.
Okay, next one. What do you guys think about members who coach other members? Say, like some member, you're coaching class.
Coach?
No. Say you're coaching class.
One?
No.
Okay, you should probably keep your mouth shut.
Say someone's like a member is coaching other members during your class.
I think tips are helpful, but don't coach someone.
If they're coaching members during your class,
That's weird.
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
First of all, I understand what you're saying, and we've had this conversation offline. Giving tips is one thing. If they're not a certified coach, it's my preference is that they don't coach. They could say something like, "Here's something that worked for me," that I heard from a coach. But sometimes we have had this conversation too. Sometimes it takes someone else in the class to tell them because for some reason they don't listen to us when we tell them.
How does that happen? That's so annoying. Because they literally just say the same thing we've been saying, and it's like when you're like with kids, your kids aren't going to listen to mom and dad, but then they'll listen to some stranger or a teacher or someone else or a friend.
What do you guys think about members who show up constantly late to class? Like say it's regular, like they do it every day.
What's the excuse? Why? You know why?
We don't know the excuse.
I don't understand.
Show up late.
If you're late, if you're not 10 minutes early, you're late.
Yeah.
That's what my dad used to say.
I try to, personally, I try to make, if someone's late, I try to still, I don't want to point it out. Unless I have, it depends if it was like you guys coming in late. I'll give you guys, it depends on your relationship with the athlete, but you certainly don't want to make them feel embarrassed. You also don't know why they're late. Maybe it's something serious. And so I think you should have a little bit of grace. If they're consistent, then I think you pull them aside personally and have a conversation about it, about why they're late. And if it's because I literally can't get out of work until this, so I rush over, and then you guys have an understanding, then
we'll
we
be
won't.
more understanding. It won't be like, oh, you're just being rude.
Yeah.
I think when I was a newer coach, I used to be get more annoyed at it because I just didn't know how to handle that kind of situation very well. because I used to stress out so much about like keeping the group together, and it's really hard to do when somebody shows up late. But I think like now I'm able to handle those situations better, but I do think that it still stresses me out whenever somebody's new and they're late. Like if they're a newer person.
Yeah, because they're going to miss some important stuff they need to hear.
Yeah. I mean, the whiteboard briefs are important for them to understand what we're doing in class.
We're not just talking for fun.
Right. I mean, I might too much, but they'll get instructions, and so yeah, it stresses the coaches out a little bit. It'll probably put some stress on them that's not necessary. And then we already talked about how important warming up is. So if they miss the warm up,
I think if they miss the warm up, that we should. I mean, I feel like it's reasonable to send them home because you don't want them to like then jump into class and get hurt. You can be like, hey, the next class is at whatever time, and then come during the next class.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how
Case by
late they are.
case.
If you're late 15 minutes yet, you're not jumping into class. If you're late like 5 minutes and you've missed like half the warm up, I'm going to probably jump you on the bike or just get you to join the class warm up and finish through and then hop on like the bike for another couple minutes or do some burpees or something because you do got to get warm.
What do you guys think about members who shave reps?
Why? I mean, you're only hurting yourself.
That's true. You don't get better by doing that. And
I
we
mean,
know that you're doing it.
yeah,
There's
Well,
a difference between shaving reps because you're doing it to scale and you've probably already had that conversation with your coach. And then there's like you trying to say that you did something like intermediate or RX, but yet we know how long a movement takes to like the time a movement takes to complete it regardless of your fitness level. So when you try to tell us that you finish something faster than like what we know your fitness level is or how long a movement actually takes, like we know you're lying to us or you're lying to yourself, or maybe you just can't count. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely happened to me a time or two where I'm like doing a lot of burpees, or maybe it's box jumps, or maybe definitely shuttle runs is an easy one. And anytime I think, oh man, I don't know what number I'm on, well, guess what? I'm tacking on 1 or 2 more reps. It's better to do more than not enough in my head. Like, I feel like I'm a very, like, to me, doing something and saying I did it comes down to like your integrity and character as a person. And I feel like I would feel really guilty and bad about myself if I didn't do it.
Yeah, you're not doing the workout if you shave reps.
Yeah.
You're doing a different workout.
I don't want to.
Yeah, you also don't get better by not doing the reps.
Right.
My favorite point you made was that, like, us as coaches, we know your fitness level. So
100%.
It's pretty obvious a lot of times with some people.
Yeah, you can't have a faster time than the fittest person in your class. Yeah. Or the gym.
Yeah.
Those instances always surprise me. I'm like, so you're telling me you did more than so-and-so.
Yeah.
And you also rested a lot longer than they did. And I saw you just walking around wandering, taking a break. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
I wonder, I always am like in my head, like, I want to just ask you, do you realize you're doing this? Are you doing it on purpose?
Right.
Do you not realize? Because you're bad at keeping track. I mean, that's possible, but I don't know.
Here's a fun one. What do you guys think about using really sticky grips for training, like for the gymnastics work? Like really sticky ones, like the frog grips. I don't really support it because I'm probably like I'm old school. And I used to train without grips, and I finally just started using them, but I have like the leather ones. So I think people should like work on their grip strength personally. That's how they're gonna get stronger.
I mean, I think the three of us are gonna have similar feedback on this.
That's why we're friends.
For training, I think the less you wear your grips, the better. We just talked about recently how there's like a literal, or I don't know if we talked about this or we shared a post, like there's literal studies that show grip strength helps you live longer, which is crazy. And so it should be something that we focus on a lot more. I like using grips in certain workouts just because it helps me to go faster and stay on for longer, so I get it. But then there are also times where I'm like, I'm not going to use grips today on purpose. I think for competitions, though, it's a different story. If the competition allows sticky grips and you're racing, like your fitness,
advantage.
you're racing your fitness, then I think you should absolutely use them. There's a reason CrossFit initially banned certain sticky grips. And then when everyone complained about it, they said, fine, you can bring them back because it does offer a competitive advantage. And so if you're in a competition and you can get the super sticky ones, go for it. You'll probably do better. If you're just training every single day, if you're doing a pull-up progression where your goal is to build your strength and build your pulling strength and your grip strength and you're using grips, I don't see how that's beneficial.
Your grip is a weakness for a reason.
Yeah.
So scared someone's that doesn't have grip strength is going to use sticky grips and then rip their shoulder from hanging on the bar for too long or something.
What do you guys think about people lifting without clips on the barbell?
Clips on the bar.
If it's a Metcon, you better not.
If it's a bench press, that's fine.
No
If you want to do,
should not use
Never.
clips. Never use clips.
yeah. But I'm talking about like,
That's not really nice.
That's not a hot take.
I know.
what about for Ollie lifts?
For Ollie lifting,
If you're going overhead, clips.
I think if you're warming up and you're consistently, like you're doing a lift, putting weights on the bar, taking weight off, doing a lift. If you're building like short increments, I'm fine. But like once you're like starting your real work, like I don't see the benefit of not having clips. Like I think it's more of a negative than it is a.
People are usually lopsided.
Yeah.
Like how they catch a bar, like their hips or their shoulders are a little lopsided in their overhead. Like one shoulder is always kind of like out of place. So I usually end up seeing like, obviously the plates are going to shift naturally if you're like saying lifting, dropping, going like Grace or something. They're going to shift just with that. But then, sometimes like there are unevenness in their body will make weight shift over and then it's like, eesh, that's like an accident waiting to happen, I think.
Do you guys have any final thoughts or any controversial situations you want to share?
Oh, I'm sure we could come up with a lot more, but I feel like that's going to take another hour.
Yeah, we could make a part 2.
Part 2. Throw us in comment section. Put in your questions.
Put in your controversial CrossFit situations. Hot takes.
And if you disagree with us, don't follow. I'm just kidding.
Stop. You're terrible.
You're wrong.
All right, guys, please like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Bye.